Here's how Bayley caused Becky Lynch to retain her Intercontinental title at WWE SummerSlam. Welcome back, WWE Universe. SummerSlam 2025 delivered shocking twists, brutal matches, and unforgettable moments, but one match stood out from the rest. Becky Lynch, the man, defended her Intercontinental Championship in one of the most heated matches of her career. The challenger came prepared, the crowd was electric, and everyone expected Becky's reign to finally come to an end. But then it happened. In a moment nobody saw coming, Bayley, yes, Bayley, played a major role in helping Becky Lynch retain her title. And the way it all went down left fans stunned, confused, and buzzing about what this means for the future of WWE. Tonight, we're breaking it all down. From the match build-up to the shocking finish, backstage reactions, and what comes next, this is the full story of how Bayley caused Becky Lynch to walk out of SummerSlam, still your Intercontinental Champion. Let's rewind a bit. Becky Lynch's reign as Intercontinental Champion has been nothing short of dominant. Week after week, she's taken on challengers, silenced doubters, and solidified herself as one of the most decorated superstars in WWE history. But heading into SummerSlam, her challenger was no ordinary opponent. This was someone younger, hungrier, and desperate to prove they belonged at the top. The build-up was personal. Press conferences turned into shouting matches, brawls broke out backstage, and the tension reached its peak on the final episode of Raw before SummerSlam. In one memorable segment, Becky stood in the ring and said, "I've beaten them all, and at SummerSlam, I'll do it again. Because I'm not just the champ, I am the mountain you can't climb." The challenger fired back, declaring, "Every mountain eventually crumbles, Becky, and I'm going to be the one to push you off the top." The stage was set. The WWE Universe was ready. What nobody expected, though, was that Bayley was about to insert herself into the story in the most shocking way possible. SummerSlam arrived, and the energy inside the arena was absolutely electric. Becky Lynch made her entrance first, IC title raised high, the fans chanting "Becky, Becky," as she soaked in the moment. Her challenger came out next, focused, determined, and ready to tear Becky apart. From the opening bell, it was an all-out war. The challenger came out swinging, hitting Becky with a series of blistering strikes and almost scoring an early pinfall. Becky, though, fought back with her trademark grit, targeting her opponent's arm to set up to disarm her later in the match. The two battled inside and outside the ring. Steel steps, barricades, and even the announce table came into play. Every near fall made the crowd explode. This wasn't just a title defense. This was a fight for supremacy. Midway through the match, it looked like Becky might be in serious trouble. The challenger hit their finisher out of nowhere. They covered Becky 1, 2. No. Becky got her foot on the rope at the very last second. The crowd erupted, but the challenger was furious. Sensing blood in the water, they dragged Becky to the outside and slammed her into the steel steps. Becky was barely moving. The referee nearly called for a stoppage, but Becky refused to quit. That's when it happened. Out of nowhere, Bayley's music hit. The crowd gasped. What was Bayley doing here? She wasn't scheduled for this match. She wasn't even involved in this storyline, or so we thought. Bayley's shocking interference. Bayley casually walked down the ramp with a smirk on her face, wearing street clothes and carrying nothing but attitude. The challenger was distracted, shouting at Bayley to stay out of it. But Bayley didn't leave. She circled the ring, smirking at Becky, then turned her attention to the challenger. And then chaos erupted. When the referee's back was turned, Bayley grabbed the challenger's ankle from outside the ring, tripping them up and sending them crashing face-first into the mat. The crowd exploded in shock. Becky, still dazed but aware of what happened, crawled over and locked in the disarmor. The challenger fought, clawed, and screamed in pain, but it was too late. They had no choice but to tap out. The bell rang. Becky Lynch retained her Intercontinental Championship, thanks to Bayley. The fans didn't know how to react. Half the crowd was booing Bayley for interfering. The other half was cheering because, well, Becky Lynch was still champion. The camera panned to Bayley at ringside, and she just smiled, clapping slowly, almost mockingly at Becky. Becky looked just as shocked, as everyone else. She didn't even know what to make of it. The commentators were stunned. Why did Bayley do that? What is her motive? Social media immediately exploded with theories. Is Bayley aligning herself with Becky Lynch? No way. This has to be the start of Bayley versus Becky. Bayley just cost the challenger the title. What does this mean? The confusion only added to the drama. After the match, Becky grabbed her title and stared down at Bayley from the ring. Bayley smirked, pointed at Becky, and mouthed the words, "You owe me." Then, without another word, Bayley walked away, leaving Becky standing in the ring, confused but victorious. Backstage, WWE cameras caught Becky storming into the locker room, demanding answers. Becky shouted, "If Bayley wants something, she can come find me in the ring next week." Bayley, meanwhile, was nowhere to be found. It was clear that she wasn't done playing mind games. The locker room was buzzing with questions. Bianca Belair was seen backstage saying, "If Bayley helped Becky, it's not because she's being nice. Bayley always has a plan." Even Triple H was reportedly amused by the situation, telling WWE Digital, "I'll just say this, Bayley doesn't do anything without a reason. We'll all find out soon enough." Becky herself gave a brief interview, holding her title tight. "I didn't need her help. I didn't ask for it. But if Bayley wants to play games with the man, she's going to regret it." This only added more fuel to the fire. The WWE Universe was divided. Bayley and Becky teaming up? Take my money. No way. This is a trap. Bayley's going to stab her in the back. I don't care what happens. Bayley interfering just made the IC title the hottest story in WWE. Memes flooded social media, showing Bayley as a guardian angel for Becky, while others depicted her as a snake in the grass. Hashtag Bayley Effect and hashtag Becky Retains trended worldwide, and WWE officially uploaded the interference clip, which racked up millions of views within hours. So what happens now? There are three major possibilities. 1. Bayley versus Becky Lynch. Bayley's interference may have been a way to get under Becky's skin and set up a one-on-one showdown for the Intercontinental title. 3. Bayley's revenge plan. Or maybe this is all part of a long-term game, where Bayley wants Becky to owe her, only to cash in that favor when it matters most. The question isn't if this will explode. It's when. And when it does, the Intercontinental title picture is going to get even more chaotic and even more must-see. So what do you think? Did Bayley help Becky out of loyalty? Or is this the beginning of a brand new rivalry? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because the fallout from this is going to be huge. Thanks for watching WWE Universe, and we'll see you next time.